And we're back. This is just before the closing ceremony. We've been hanging around here and preparing to immerse ourselves in the project, but as expected, Age hasn't turned up today either. Everyone is quietly absorbed in the construction of the glider, or staring at simulators. As I look at this, of course all I can think about is Age. It's here in this place that building the glider is the first priority. That's our dream, so we'll do that first. Talking about feelings and dating, that stuff can come later. This is what Age said, and I understand where she's coming from. Do you? I don't. I was moved by her story about trying to take after those mountain climbers, but still. Only I have clearly and with every ounce of courage confessed my feelings. She could at least tell me let me hear her reply, even if it was just one sentence. I mean, she told me that she didn't hate me, but even again, I can't actually expect that I'd be content with just that. Because saying that someone isn't a bad person or that you don't hate them, these are the kinds of things that you say to people when you reject them. Just one phrase would suffice. I like you, or sorry I can't look at you in that way, Aoi. Either way, I wouldn't mind. Not knowing which one it is, being in this limbo, it's unbearable. I just want things to be clear. Uh-huh. Kotori flatly points her finger at the door. Uh-huh. What about outside? With that, I walk outside. God, it's hot. Well, since it's the perfect opportunity, I'll head down to Chun's factory. He has the parts I asked for, and he can teach me new techniques and give me some professional advice. I can also tell him about the situation with the Age and get some advice with that, too. But unfortunately, he's not in. And it seems he headed out to the secret base at that, so we just passed each other. He took the parts that I asked for with him, so I head back empty-handed. Go back to the secret base. Kinda feels a bit pointless. Right? You totally did. What skills like that? Of course, one of those is the butt kick that you've witnessed. Well, please don't try it out on me, okay? Because it's obvious. Did Age put you up to this? What comic did you read? So in other words, you're following me around of your own accord. The sophisticated Aoi Minase doesn't hang around with the Himegi sisters. I think cool, I run my hand through my hair despite the complete lack of wind. That's mean. You're actually pretty ruthless, aren't you? Thanks, I understand. Oh, sorry. That moment I feel a sharp pain in my heart. Once in a lifetime confession. Alright, when someone confesses their feelings, you should respond seriously. My bad, Hotaru. Despite an apology being given. I was trying to get a rhyme started, didn't quite happen, huh? Yeah, I guess I got nothing else on, so I don't... You got nothing else on? No, okay, I got nothing else going on, so I don't mind. Send an email to Kotori and walk alongside Hotaru. Hotaru wants to buy writing materials, so we walk around those kinds of shops. She gives a deep bow. It was nothing, barely took any time at all. In that regard, you guys are similar, aren't you?
あーちゃんと
Yeah, you guys take a long time to inspect things, and when it comes to decision time, you're immediate, very decisive.
そうなんだ
And the other day, when you were spinning in my room, what was that?
秘密です
It's my room.
女の子の秘密
You were doing it in my room. I think I have the right to know what it is.
ありません時効です消滅しました蒸発して揮発しました言えません
Well, if you say it like that, I really want to know what it was now.
ああ青兄が野獣でけだものなことをしようとしてます
Normally I would just throw something equally ridiculous back at her, but I recall that moment with Gaia, how she looked back then. Girl in front of me is her sister, so they undeniably resemble each other. No, I don't. I wouldn't do anything like that. I'd become completely flustered. No, I mean, like...
青兄変
No, like, you see...
あーちゃんと何かあったの
No, of course not. Nothing. Really.
うーん
Her eyes don't believe me at all.
回転何のことか教えるだから青兄も教えてくれる
That kind of agreement is...
ゴロゴロベッドで転がったの
At that time, in my room?
うん青兄にギューってされた同じ場所で思い出しながらゴロゴロ
That's what you were doing.
はい私は言ったので次は青兄の番青兄は公平で誠実な人ですよね恥ずかしいお話私したよ私だけに言わせるようなことしないよね
Did you learn this kind of verbal barrage from Agea?
女の子のたしなみ
The true form. I don't particularly like it.
男の子のたしなみはけだものに変身
Isn't a country in the world where that's a man's true form?
つまんないです
You want me to get angry?
青兄になら
Okay, let's not do these kinds of things in public. I wipe the sweat from my brow. This isn't good. She can keep pace with me completely. In the end, this began because I got flustered. I need to regroup. Anyway, I'm surprised you've been able to talk like this. You've changed, Hotaru.
なったよ青兄のおかげ
Why me?
女の子は恋をして成長するの
Love, right.
昔は分かってなかった
Thinking back makes me think of when Agea came here.
この辺昔の秘密基地
Yeah, I remember. These two really are sisters. They bring up the same things. Well, I guess we've all had the same experiences, so it makes sense. It's too bad that it was destroyed, isn't it? Even though we're playing around in the ruins.
楽しかったよあの頃
Was it? We forced you along with everything we did. Wasn't that a bit hard?
そんなことない楽しかったあーちゃんと青兄マー君たち見てるの好きだった
Really? Well, I'm glad. I miss those days. Just because I wasn't there when it got destroyed, seeing it go, can't really get my head around it. Did you see it, the secret base actually getting destroyed?
青兄知ってるよね
What do you mean?
壊される時のあーちゃんのこと
I shake my head slightly. Did something happen?
聞いてない
No, nothing. Shadow crosses Hotaru's face that I have never seen before. Turmoil, fear, realizing she let something slip. All those things are mixed up in her expression. Come on, what is it? Did something happen? Aside from Agea, I haven't really heard anything from Anchan or Makun either. Something happened, didn't it? Just from looking at Hotaru's expression, it's obvious. So it's something that she doesn't want me to know.
ごめんなさい
I'm not angry, it's Agea's business, right? Basically, it's something that I don't know about, isn't it?
青兄が知らないならそうだよ
Thought so. Why didn't you tell me? Hotaru responds timidly but firmly.
あーちゃんが言ってないなら私からはダメあんちゃんもマー君も言ってないのは多分 同じ理由。
Without thinking, I clenched my fist. 1 year. It's been a year since I returned to this town. Thought that I already managed to fill the vacuum I'd left when I'd gone away. There's still things that I don't know that are being hidden from me. Everyone got their stories straight. Stories straight behind my back. Oh, what is it? What happened?
知りたい？
Yeah, I want to know. Tell me.
じゃあ一つお願い聞いて。
Fine.
今度一日デートしてください。
Sure thing. Huh? Date? You mean you and me together? That kind of date?
はい、そのデート一緒に行きたいです。
By the way, it's been said to me that there is no Hotaru route, so I'm very disappointed. That's your trade-off.
はい、汚い手段です。でもやります。デートしてくれたらお話します。
No, I can't do it. Why can't you do that? You're going on dates with everyone else. Agaya is no longer just another person to me. Even if it wasn't her sister, I can't just go out on a date with another
ダ
girl.
メですか？
Sorry.
わかりました。では別な手を考えます。
Hey,
諦めません。
I'd really prefer you would.
ここは引いてはいけないと私の中の女が叫びます。
The what woman?
ケツキックが得意そう。
That's the woman who's living in your house, isn't it? Oh, I guess around this time she's working on the first floor at Himagi Sports. And I guess she's living at yours. It's dangerous for me.
危ないのです。ですからデート。
I told you I can't. Say clearly, then place my hand on Hotaru's head.
なんでなでは今日
What are those sound effects, okay? You're so cute and small, Hotaru, aren't you? A cute little one.
いやずるい。
I'm sorry, instead of the date, you'll have to be satisfied with this. I'll just have to ask Agaya myself, but if that doesn't work, I'll ask you again, okay? Hotaru nods, her face completely serene. Of course, I call Agaya as soon as I part with Hotaru. Can you talk?
いいよ。
Are you busy with something?
どうってことない作業だからいいよ。
Right, well, it has nothing to do with what we talked about the other day.
あれ？違うんだ。
Before that, there's something I want to ask you about. Are you hiding something from me?
隠す？何を？
It has something to do with the secret base. You can tell clearly that Gay has caught her breath. After I went away, something happened, right?
何もないよ。
Look, you can try to gloss over it, you can keep silent, but please don't lie. I don't want to be lied to by someone I like. When I say this, Gay falls completely silent. So, what happened? Back when I had to change schools, when the secret base was destroyed, it was then, right? It's something that you can't tell me. Gay still doesn't say anything. Why have you kept it from me until now? Is it something you can't tell me? Is it something you think would hurt me? Something like that?
そういうのじゃないよ。
Then why can't you tell me? If you don't tell me, I'll find out on my own.
誰にそのこと聞いたの？マボ、ホタル？
What difference does it make?
関係あるよ。
Doesn't change the topic. You're hiding a whole lot from me, aren't you? You told me the other day that there are things best that they are things best not to know. But that doesn't sit well with me. Well, anyway, at the moment, I'm getting a little hot-headed. I won't delve any deeper than this. To regain my cool at the moment like this is a remnant of my racing days. The next time I see you, we're gonna talk face-to-face, and you're gonna tell me, okay? With that, I end the call. Wow, look how cool you are. I thought Gay would say something, but in the end she stayed silent. This makes me even more irritated than before, so I call her with my cell phone again. Oh. Then I immediately make another call. Hey, Hotaru, what we talked about before, actually, it's okay. I'll take you out on a date, just the two of us. Let's go out somewhere. Yes. Drink break. Are we not going to see the date, or are they doing it
では
later?
みんな夏休みの間も無茶なことはしないように怪我をせず健康に健全に。終わったー、夏休みだー。
After having a school assembly in the morning, we returned to our classroom to take homeroom with that finished the first term is over. It's the start of summer vacation. Finally, it's time for my second summer. And with luck, soon our dream will come true. But, alright, I'm gonna head out.
頑張ってね。
Told Kotaru that I'm heading out to do glider training. Actually, I was meant to make up for the training that I didn't do during exams by doing intense training afterwards. Still, it seems that Kotaru has sensed something is up. She looks back and forth between me and Agea. I haven't spoken to Agea, not at all, starting from this morning. Both Agea and I haven't said a word to each other. Agea, having so many friends, chats normally to everyone else as if nothing happened. For my part, I try to act normal, but I wonder if I was successful. I've been uncontrollably irritated since that phone call. What is she hiding? Too irritated to even consider asking her about it again. That's why I... Ah, you're here. Small figure approaches, frantically pedaling a cute little bike.
ごめんなさい。遅れた。もっと。
Not at all. You have a long way to travel, so it's fine. Getting ready takes a long time for you as well.
準備はしてた。でも。
What, the thing under your clothes? Hotaru turns red. She's cute. And tell me you bought a new one.
いえ、その。
You didn't, right?
はい。
There's no need to go that far.
サイズも変わってきたからちょうどよかったの。
Okay. Oh, you've grown, have you?
お兄、やらしい。
My bad. I honestly feel a little bad. Alright, shall we?
はい。
Her face is so red it looks like she's suffering a heat stroke. Let's get there quick so we can cool down.
はい。
What are you gonna do with her bike? Just like leave it there? Place we go to is the secret point. This was on Hotaru's request.
あーちゃんからみんなで遊んだって聞いて来てみたかったの。
That's right, Hotaru wasn't around at those times, was she? I was just thinking it would be nice to go for a swim, so it's perfect. For the time being, we put down our things and get ready to swim. I wore my bathing suit underneath my clothes, so all I have to do is take off my shirt and pants. Started doing stretches by myself. From what Hotaru said before, she also wore a bathing suit underneath her clothes, so she should be ready momentarily. Of course, I only see this out of the corner of my eye, so I don't do anything sleazy. I make sure not to look and patiently wait, and then... Hello? Okay. I didn't hear anything she said, but okay. Shelly, making her thin body seem even more thin and small, Hotaru walks up to the water edge. Hotaru doesn't have that kind of personality, so she doesn't scream out when she gets in the water. Still, while she lightly splashes her feet in the water, she gives me a bright smile that I've rarely seen. Do I get to see her in it? Alright, do it. Of course we do. Must be done. The patented soaring club leap from the rock face. Okay, don't cling. Holding her in my arms, I fling her into the water with all my strength. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, make a tough guy pose and jump in after her. I don't even get to see her though. Wow, I feel cheated. Oh, never mind, there she is. And we get this music. I don't think this music really fits, but okay. After swimming around for about an hour, Hotaru gets out of the water and takes a break to stretch her arms and legs. Another side I rarely see from her, a smile that shows total liberation. Tired?
ちょっとまだドキドキしてる。
Yeah, it's good that you stayed curled up when you jumped. If you let your arms and legs flail over, you might have belly flopped.
怖い。
The fact that you overcame that means you're one of us now. Compared to stalling in a glider, jumping from a rock is nothing.
やっぱり飛ぶの？
Definitely I'm gonna fly in that sky. I don't know if I actually took the screenshot last time. When I look up, there is nothing but the sky in my sight. Into the sky with the wings that we have created, I'm gonna fly. We, the Soaring Club, and everyone who helped us out. Everyone. Hey, Hotaru. She's probably alright if I ask her about that thing now.
青兄、さっきから目がエッチ。
Huh? She says something completely unexpected, so I slightly lose composure.
でも私、青兄の好みじゃないよね。
No, you are. You're like the perfect one. What? No, it's not like...
だって、青兄の好みって、あーちゃんみたいに胸大きい女の子でしょ？
That's not how I judge girls.
じゃあ、ちっちゃいのが好み？
Can you stop talking about big and small eyes?
大きすぎず、小さすぎず、形よく、感度よく。青兄、胸の好みうるさい。
Don't talk like I'm some kind of eye connoisseur.
おっぱいソムリエ。
Hotaru looks at her reflection in the water.
私、成長したよね。
Yeah, I guess. I feel a bit uncomfortable staring straight at them, so I slightly avert my gaze. I can still see them quite clearly in the corner of my eye. I thought it when I first saw her in her swimsuit, but they are prettier than I had imagined.
ちゃんと見てない。
If I look, you'll call me a pervert, right?
言わないから、ちゃんと見て。
You shouldn't say such risky things, I might get the wrong idea.
青兄になら、誤解されてもいい。
Again with that sort of thing.
本気。
Hey. Hotaru's eyes glisten, her eyelids drop slightly. In so doing, she seems to become a different person, enchanting. She has the same appeal that Akea had when we kissed.
この前は、あーちゃんに言われてだったし、青兄もそう。でも、今は違うよ。誰もいないし、二人きり。何しても大丈夫だよ。私はいいよ。
Don't do it.
何されてもいいって、そういうつもりで、私、来たよ。
Don't do it, you like Akea. I don't, but you do, so don't do this. That's... My heart races strangely. Wet skin, wet hair. She's totally grown into a woman with fine features. Before I picked her up like it was nothing, but even now I still clearly recall the feel of her firm, soft skin. Bathing suit clings to her wet skin, her modest yet shapely body, her exposed legs, and her lips. Doing the same shape as Agea's, waiting for me, illustrious. Hotaru closes her eyes completely.
頭なでなではダメ。
Having been beaten to the punch, my hand freezes in midair.
子供扱いしないで、ちゃんとして。
But, to be honest, Hotaru is also really cute. Putting all flattery aside, she really has turned into a beautiful girl. Her body is developed completely into a woman, and she's pretty. Unlike Agea, she's not impossible to read, and she doesn't drive me nuts. My heart races in that same strange way as it did with Agea. Just like that, my nether reason started to react on its own. Don't do it. No, this is Hotaru, not Agea. Her eyes, the shape of her face, her lips, they're almost the same. Knowing that if I was to touch those lips, I could feel the same sensation as before, I instinctively get heated. But they resemble each other. She resembles her more than anyone else in the world, but she isn't Agea. Hotaru slowly opened her eyes. Guess that's just a deep light that could make anyone falter. That obedient and quiet Hotaru is totally controlling the situation.
してくれないの？
Feeling as if I'm gonna be pulled into her eyes, I remain silent.
やっぱり、あーちゃんじゃないとダメ？
Hotaru asks without changing her expression.
いいよ、しても。あーちゃんにしたのと同じこと。
Hey, the same thing. Now, wait.
どういうことしたの？
Are you trying to trick me into talking?
すごいことしたんだよね。
That's...
あーちゃんね、この間、いきなりすごい雨が降った日、ものすごく浮かれて帰ってきたの。
Huh?
私とかお母さんの前じゃ真面目にしようとしてたけど、自分じゃ気がついてないみたいで、ニヤニヤヘラヘラこうニタニタ洗面所で「かわいい」なんてつぶやいて大慌てで顔洗って、夜もしばらくベッドの上でゴロゴロしてた。 もぞもぞゴロゴロしてる音がしばらくしてて、静かになって寝たかなって思ったら、部屋出て洗面所行って顔洗って、次の朝すごくじっくりシャワー浴びて、手で洗ったパンツ部屋に干してた。
Hey.
あーちゃん隠すの下手すぎ。手に持ってるの隠れてなかった。
And I think you're really something spying on her like that.
見た目は姫にホタル。でもその正体は姫にホタル。
That's the same thing.
あーちゃん、いつも青兄のことばっかり。
Huh?
うちじゃ何かにつけて、青兄青兄。葵がね、葵なら、葵のやつがさ、正直飽きました。うんざり。甘ったるくて胸焼けマックス。だから私が青兄とくっついちゃえば、この胸焼けも収まると思ったの。
Dang. Saying this, Hotaru took my hand and pulled it to her wet swimsuit.
ほら、胸。
That dampened a bit rough swimsuit's texture, and a soft bulge beneath it. All my senses concentrated into the hand, making my blood so hot as if it was boiling. You know, doing something like this, men's instincts and physiology. Hotaru is cute, really to my taste. She's okay with it, and as a man, going against women's advances, no one is looking, and if we'll keep it a secret. But my body is definitely hot, but another face floating in my mind became even more vivid. Because of that, I was able to take my instincts under control. Sorry, I'll pass. Calmly remove my hand.
あーちゃんみたいに大きくないとダメ？
This has nothing to do with it. I slowly close my eyes. Face resembles Hotaru's, but as a smile that I love so much surfaces in my mind. I won't betray the girl I love. When I said it, my body became hot for a different reason. I like you. You're cute, mature. My heart is beating really fast because of you. But from long ago, the one I love is Agea.
今うまくいってない。
Oh yeah, she's driving me nuts. Just that thing that I don't know bothers me so much. If it was someone I didn't care about, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
じゃあ私ダメ？
If I didn't know Agea, I would totally fall for you, seriously. I pat her on the head.
そんなにあーちゃんがいいんだ。
Yeah, sorry, I do.
そう。
Will she cry? Get angry? I wonder. She laughs.
よかった。
It's good.
私青兄のこと好きだけど、あーちゃんも好き。あーちゃんのこと好きな青兄が好き。二人が一緒にいるのを見てるのが好きなの。青兄があーちゃんのこと嫌いになったら、私も青兄のこと好きじゃなくなってたと思う。だからよかった。
Really? Seriously?
そう。あーちゃんがあんなに嬉しそうにしてるの久しぶり。青兄が戻ってくるまでうちの中だとあんまり笑わなかったの。
She didn't?
そう。友達はたくさんいるけど、うちに遊びに来る人いないし、遊びに行く人もいなかった。
Now that you mention it, Agea did say that. She doesn't have anyone she would call a close friend.
あの事件からしばらく笑わなかったし。
The incident, the thing to do with the secret base?
後で教えてあげる。
Tell me now.
ダメ。青兄をじらして遊ぶの。
You shouldn't be so mean to people.
危ないことしてみたい年頃です。
You're still a little young for that, aren't you?
青兄、お父さんみたい。
I'm cool with that.
無理強いされると逃げたくなります。私、天の弱。
Did you pick that up from your sister?
似た者姉妹。
At that moment, behind us a startling sound. Agea opens her eyes and lets out a loud scream. Surprised by her reaction, I also let out a sound of alarm. The next instant, before I turn around, I see it reflected in Hotaru's wide eyes. From within the water, it appears a goblin.
誰が妖怪じゃん。
Ah, it's the genuine article.
母ちゃんHotaru.
Splashing water high in the air, charging at us from the water, the goblin, I mean, Agea. There's no mistake, it's Agea, the girl of the hour. Why are you...
嫌な予感したからよ。
I have no idea what that means.
家に戻ったらホタルいないし、すごい勢いで出かけたってお母さん言うし。なんで水から？近づいたら見つかるでしょう。
As she says that, she lunges at Hotaru and picks her up. Hey, hey. When I say this, Agea gives me a terrifying glance. I start to sweat.
そこで待ってなさい。
And while still holding up Hotaru, Agea, like a gust of wind, she disappears. Having totally lost my wits, I dry off, pack up Hotaru's things, and wait. I didn't have to wait long. Hey, welcome back.
Aoi.
She rushes at me without any explanation and comes up super close. Actually, we're basically nose to nose. The only thing I can see is Agea's eyes. Oh, what happened to Hotaru?
縛って家に放り込んできたわ。
Tied her up in her bathing suit and abandoned her. That's some crazy roughhousing.
お母さんいたからいいでしょ。
She really thinks so?
で、何もしてないでしょうね。
Nothing. I almost did, but I caught myself at the last moment.
やっぱり。
I didn't do anything. Anyway, if I did or I didn't, it has nothing to do with you, right?
春はよ。
How?
妹よ。
Your sister.
私の。
So you mean you're not concerned about me?
それは。
Agea firmly shuts her mouth, and she steadily turns red. What are we, Agea? I've already said it, I can't have expressed my feelings any more clearly. So what about you? You still haven't properly given me your answer, so we're strangers, right? So whatever I do with Hotaru, you don't have the right to complain. As Agea falters, it's my turn to come in close to her. Now it's fine, let me hear your answer. I like you, I want to go out with you. How about you? Agea's eyes dance back and forth as she twitches her cheeks and mouth, making various faces and puckering her lips. Her face goes completely red and looks like it's about to burst. It looks as if steam is about to burst from the top of her head. Screaming, she flips her body over. She jumps into the water. Hey, she's not wearing a bathing suit. She makes loud noises as she tries to swim for the sea, and sinks. A shiver runs down my spine. I hurriedly rush after her. I rush in, dive, and swim towards Agea as fast as possible. My clothes, I'm still wearing them, so they cling to my body. Now I've done it, oh man, I'm gonna drown. Feet find the bottom, I kick up and jump out and gasp for air.
何してるの？
Directly next to me, Agea is floating normally. I guess if your scantily clad swimming suit is no problem. But, hey.
その、ごめん。
I almost drowned.
本当にごめん。
I'm soaked.
ごめん。
Agea's just as wet. Sun is still high in the sky. If we lay out in the sun, we'll dry relatively quickly, so we decided to do that. If it was the ocean, the sun would be a big problem. Luckily, it was a lake, eh?
うん。
As if it's her... What? As if it her personality was... As if... Just take the it out of there. As if her personality was cleaned by the lake, Agea is acting uncharacteristically docile.
助けてくれたんだ。
Of course I did.
ごめん。いろいろ。
You don't have to apologize for jumping in the lake, but for everything else. What's up with you anyway? Since the other day you've been acting so weird. If we hadn't known each other for so long, I'd be really angry right now. It's at the point where I'd say this girl's not worth it.
まだ怒ってない？
I'm a bit irritated, but more than angry, I just want to ask you what's going on.
そっか。
Yeah, let's out a sigh of relief. I wasn't lying when I said I was irritated.
うん。
Looking like she thought it was something interesting, Gea started to take off her clothes. What? Hey.
だってパンツまで濡れちゃって。この方が早く乾くから。 葵も着たままより脱いで広げた方がいいよ。
You shrew. Well, that's right, theoretically. Naoki's legs were bare all the way up to her crotch. Couldn't help being excited looking at her wearing only a shirt.
ねえ、葵。
You know, Ageha? No. Just like this, Ageha came closer to me. Hey.
ほら、脱いで。
No. She kind of forcefully took off my shirt. Don't do it. Don't do it. I was feeling her hot gaze on my skin. You know...
ホタルとしたの？
Of course not.
じゃあ私とする？
We already did. She rubbed her bare feet together. Ugh, why did it come to this?
ムラムラしてるでしょ。
That's because you're doing something like this.
私もしてるの。
Okay, look. Although I was gonna tell her off, my tone wasn't strict at all. The situation was almost the same as the last time. Clothes are wet and we're just next to each other. And this time I was able to keep my reason because of a bright sunshine. Are you trying to trick me?
それもあるよ。
Well, that's honest.
葵には嘘はつかないから。
But you'd lie to others.
うん、嘘まみれだよ、私。
Yeah, I'm starting to get that, actually. But you are lying to me.
嘘はついてないよ。本当のこと言ってないだけ。
Why won't you tell me?
言いたくないから。
Why don't you want to?
葵も足のことを言ってくれなかったでしょ。それと同じ。嫌いだから言わないんじゃないの。嫌だから隠してるわけじゃないの。言いたくないこと、言えないことあるんだよ。
You mean this? While you were talking, Yu's hand was touching my skin? Not only her hand, she pressed her hips to mine and was rubbing you with her thighs. The valley between her breasts was completely visible, and now she was deliberately showing it to me, and I couldn't help being fascinated by this charming view. Who wouldn't react in this situation?
そうなの。これなの。エッチなの。
She said like she was singing and looked up at me with passionate eyes. Don't
ご
do
ま
it.
かしでもあるし、嫉妬でもあるし、私のものってマーキングでもあるし。
Are you a dog or what?
そう。私の匂い、体中につけて、私のものってみんなに示すの。
May I think of it as a confession? Instead of answering, she puts her hand on my nether region.
いいよ。葵もこっち。
Alright, well, that's all for this video. That's all for this video, and... here we go again. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and goodbye.